Chance of rain 90%. Monday night, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers in the evening, then partly cloudy after midnight. Lows in the mid-50s. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour in the evening. Chance of rain 20%. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s.
The first towers I'm going to look at today is the Sugar Grove Fire Tower. It's 110 feet tall, one of the tallest, if not the tallest in the state. This is the only one I'm going to be visiting that's still on private property. There's a couple that have been relocated from private property to public parks, and there's been an effort to relocate this one as well. See, it definitely could use some repair. I really became interested years ago as I saw some of these public parks, how many were still existing. A lot of them reverted back to the private landowners, and others were maintained, and you can still go up them and look at the historic lookout registry. I went around and uploaded a lot of photos of some of the older existing ones on private property to that website, and I believe they say there's 18 in Ohio, of which about 9 are still on parks you can visit. Making my way to the top here at the Ash Cave Fire Tower, Hocking Hill State Park. Well, I made it just below the cab here, which I believe is locked. There's a lock here. I only went to one once where there was no lock and I climbed up inside it, but I've been inside one before. It's still manned. There's a nice view with my camera. See my drone hovering there. Try to make it around today and go to a few more fire towers before the sun sets. I'm now in Zaleski State Forest. This is the Atkinson Ridge Fire Tower. These little boards that talk about the history of fire management. Same with the last one I visited, Ash Cave. They say they want no more than 6 visitors at a time going up. Looks like I have it all to myself today. I have to go back and look up all the statistics on these, such as when they were built and how tall they are, but all that information should be on the historic lookout registry. Let me see if I can count the stairs. It seems like there's 9 steps per each section platform. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guess I can just do the math in case I lose count. And right up to the cab. Looks like 9 sections of 9, 81 steps to the top. Really nice view from up here. Drove through the small town of Zaleski to get up here. Again, it was a nice little drive up a hill. These are always situated on some of the highest points in the region. Another lookout to the east. You can just see up in there. They usually have a little combo lock, so could open it and go up inside there. I was able to go up inside one last year, about a year ago, when I was visiting New Mexico. Went up to a peak, and sure enough, there was a lady still up in there. It's fully operational. She was a lookout, and got to see the interior of it. All these beautiful rolling hills in the region. Can hear somebody shooting their gun off in the distance as well. I think I'm gonna hold off and getting my drone out for this one because still want to do a little bit of driving yet today and see more of them. But here you have it. This is Atkinson Ridge in the Zaleski State Forest. Here at the Wayne National Forest Visitor Center along US 33. It's the only national forest here in Ohio, and I believe this is called the Snake Ridge Lookout. Another one that's been relocated and restored, originally from the 1930s. Decided to visit this one, put on the list because it is one that is on public property that you can come visit and see, but cannot go up. It's a nice visitor center here with a lot of information, but it's also closed for the holiday weekend. Well, Smokey Bear says the chance of fire is pretty low today. And a view from the visitor center. Looks like it's in good condition that you could walk up it. There's the sign, Wayne National Forest. See this big large antenna on the top and some other instruments. I've noticed that when I visit a lot of the ones that were on private landowners, they still maintain the towers and they were used for such purposes. I think I'm gonna get back on the road now. I kind of took the shortcut through some gravel roads and rolling hills over here, but there's one more I'm gonna visit yet today. Well, this should be quite a climb here. I'm in Blue Rock State Forest. This is the Blue Rock Fire Tower. According to the registry, this is the last 100-foot tower in Ohio. I just drove over an hour over here, and I'll have to note that it's some really beautiful scenery. Definitely still being kind of cautious. This wood is starting to look a little old. And there's a tall radio antenna adjacent here. This was built in the 1930s, as with many. Yeah, you can see this wood starting to look a little old. It's not quite rotten, but I'm still keeping a pretty firm grip on the rails. But you can see at the very top below the cab, got a little bit of artwork here. Try to see if I can go around and get a 360 view of all these tall pine trees off in the distance. Well, it was a lot more sunnier earlier in the day. I did travel quite a ways yet, but still really majestic view being up here. You can see for miles. I'm in Scioto Grove Metro Park, and this is the Keystone Fire Tower. This is another tower I'm visiting that's been restored and relocated from private property. Well, I made it up near the top. The registry says 45 feet, but I believe it's at least 60. I think the shortest of all the towers are around 60 feet. I also noticed there's a padlock, but it looks like the lock's been broken. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt just take a little peek inside here and show you around. See, until they restored the cab, there is some copper wire. Looks like they have the lighting rod. Some newer windows. Time to make my way back down. Head out to the next tower. Well, I made the journey over to Tar Hollow State Forest. This is the Brush Ridge Fire Tower. I believe this forest got its name because of the pine trees in the area and the pine tar. Nice little 73-foot climb to the top. Don't seem to be entirely above the tree canopy here, but still some really nice views. Trap door was locked, but this little hole can take a peek up inside here. All the pine here and the pine cones fruiting out. Well, I still got a little bit of driving yet to do today. Visit a couple more towers. And mosquitoes and bugs are starting to bite. I'm now in Scioto Trail State Forest and Park. This is the Scioto Trail Fire Tower. Sign mentioned back there, this is 60-foot tower built in 1925. It's a shorter climb than the other ones. It's this really tall tree growing right here. That is actually what is commonly referred to as arborvitae. People use it as a landscape plant, but these native specimens get really big. This tower is rather close to the entrance. You drive up a hill about a half mile and here it is. You can see a lot of these large hills, even what you call mountains in the distance. Nearby is a Great Seal State Park. There's really a lot of hills surrounding this entire region. Here's another information board talking about the American chestnut. It's been pretty much wiped out. You can see how large they were. Well, as you can see from the sign, I'm now in the Shawnee State Forest, and this is the Copperhead Fire Tower, Ohio's first fire tower, built in 1924. In the past, I've seen stamps with a date. Oh, there it is. Let's see, 1924. This is a 60-foot tower, so another one of the smaller, shorter towers that is. This is a rather remote region of southern Ohio. Still been dealing with spotty rain all day, but it looks like it's a break in the clouds now. Well, we lucked out. This door's got no lock and it's open, so let's go right up inside here and check it out. Well, it's been gutted out inside here. There's no windows, but it looks like it's got some pretty fresh paint. See, looking down the trap door, get out the window here and get a better view. The scenery is just amazing up here. It's looking more towards the south, towards the Ohio River, the Appalachian foothills. Another view to the north. Can't say enough about the scenery up here. All the fire towers I visit thus far, this is probably one of the most scenic. See, even a 60-foot tower. It's a nice little drop down. I have to kind of imagine what it was like being up here 100 years ago, just looking over the forest all day long. Could really just stay up here all day, but got some clouds rolling in. Time to hit the road. I made my way to the Ohio State Fairgrounds, where the Natural Resources Park is now home to the Armintrout fire tower that's been restored and relocated here. I'm now in the Mohican Memorial State Forest. This is the Mohican Fire Tower. Figured I had enough daylight to come out and visit the last one. Like to think that I'm saving the best for last. The views up here can be pretty amazing, looking over the Mohican Valley. This is one of the taller towers, standing at 80 feet tall. I was hoping I could catch a break in the clouds to watch the sunset up here. There's a lot to see in this region. A lot of hiking trails, waterfalls. Just down the road here, there's a old covered bridge. Well, since the weather is holding up for now, I'm gonna get my drone out again and try to get some nice shots. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad I could share this with you. If you're ever traveling around, these are definitely some places to take the time to visit.